What's going on, Guitar Heroes? Nathan Whitney here, and today I'm going to show you my fly rig pedalboard build. Come along for the journey as we put this together. Let's go. This board is based around a Pedal Train Nano. I've used this board before, so it has Velcro on it already. So does the HX Stomp. I'm going to be using Ernie Ball right angle cables to connect all the pedals. The first pedal before the HX Stomp is going to be the Wampler Bell, an ODR1 inspired pedal. The next pedal is the Cascade Pedals Hostortion MOSFET Overdrive. I really like this pedal. It's super transparent and the EQ is super versatile. This pedal is based off of the Ibanez Mostortion, which is an industry standard pedal in Nashville. The final pedal and the first pedal in the chain is going to be the Wampler Mini Ego Compressor. For power, I'm going to be daisy chaining together the three pedals up front using a True Tone 1 spot. And the final step will be to use a zip tie to tie down the excess daisy chain. Once the zip tie is on and the excess is cut off, we are done. Now let's check out some tones. And I'm using a Yamaha Pacifica 102S T-style guitar. This is similar to the guitars that I'll be using on the gig. Pretty straightforward guitar tone. This patch here is the one that I used to use on these sorts of one-off gigs. You can see it's the Matchstick Channel 1 and another Matchstick Channel 1 with slightly different settings going into, these are Celestian impulse responses, mixed a little hot on the mix, just brought that up I guess at one point, and we go into the room reverb. There's no real point to using two different amps for this. If you've seen my All About Tonight tone video, I have dragged over from that, or I thought I dragged over. Let me do it right now. Here's the cool thing about the Helix family. So I've got HX Native open in Logic right now, and I'm just gonna grab the blocks that I need. So I want an EQ, dropping it in there. I'm gonna drop the amp in there. Sounds great with no cab. It's the Brit Plexi Bright. I'm gonna grab the cab, which is a dual cab, yep, with 4x12 greenbacks, 57 and a 121 on there. And then I'm gonna grab the EQ there, and then dynamic ambient reverb. This is what it sounds like. I like that. Now it is very modern country, and I have to cover a few cleaner type tones. So all I'm going to do is bring back the drive on this. I don't know about you, but when I did that, I noticed some like high end sort of went away. So let's bring it back to about there. So if I dig in, it's giving me a little bit more. Before the amp, I've got this low cut. If I turn it off, just cleans up the low end. The cabs again, it's a dual cab. We've got the mics panned. This is panned 89. Let's go 100 on that guy, and let's go 100 on that guy. Yep, and then we've got a high cut 9.3 after, and I've got the extra EQ in here just in case I need to do anything else. And the dynamic ambience, this is my favorite effect. It's not up pretty high, it's only 42% mix. It's kind of, well, I'll turn it off and you can hear. So it makes a bit of a difference, but I'm gonna bring it up more. I like it, honestly. I usually do between 50 and 60%, so let's go to 50. So let's go, I'm gonna go to the amp. I just want to bring up the treble just a bit. Let's bring it up to like there. Cool. There's my amp tone. Now, what I want to do is add delay here. So we're going to go to our stereo delays. I'm just going to go to the mod chorus. I'm going to make sure it's go to dotted 8, and I'm going to leave the trails on, and I'm going to bring the mix back just a bit. And I'm going to add reverb here. I'm going to go stereo, the dynamic hall. I'm not going to do anything except bring down the mix. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the bypass to Footswitch 2 and on the delay, and Footswitch 2 on that guy, and I'm going to call this, I'll just call it sauce, but I'll know it's for when I'm going to green for go. So now it's assigned to Footswitch 2. They're both on and off, so when I have a lead thing, I can turn on the sauce a bit. I'm going to move this stuff over a bit so it's after. I'm going to put on one other pedal here. Volume pan, gain, I'm going to add 1.5. Let's go 1.5. There we go, and turn that off, and I'm going to assign it to Footswitch 2. But I forgot, this has to be a stereo gain block. We're going up 1.5. And then if I turn it all off, so it just gives me a touch more volume. Maybe I might bring that up like 2 dB. Some sauce up front. Now that we've got sort of our clean tone, it's not clean, I know that. It's crunchy. But let's go to our compressor. Definitely add some noise. And I'm going to bring up the volume. I like those settings. I've got on the blend, it's all the way to pedal. Like if it's all the way counterclockwise, like the manual says, that's clean. Just guitar. And this is all the way up, so that's all effects. Just great. So there's a couple solos that definitely need a little more sustain for that country sound. Definitely pushes the front end a bit, but that's okay. Now we're going to turn on this Haas distortion, MOSFET distortion by Cascade Pedals. This is one of my favorite pedals of all time. I'm going to bring down the dirt just a bit to start and bring everything up to midway. And this is what it sounds like. So just amp, sort of unity. See, the great thing about this is very transparent. It goes, can't even tell it's on. Now let's add a little more dirt. Yeah, maybe pull down the highs just a bit. This is clean. This will be my first level. Pushing it just a little bit. After that, the bell overdrive, which is Wampler's take on the classic ODR1, or it's a tribute to. It is not the pedal, it is a tribute to. We've got gain, level, bass, and color. And for stacking, I'm just going to bring this down and the level down. I'm going to put the bass and the color about midway. Just a bit more, right? Now if I was just using that, Just kind of gives me a little more gain, a little more options. And then if I want to add some sauce and a little bit of a lead boost, I click on Footswitch 2. That's with everything on right there. Borderline fuzzy, but kind of gross. I would never use all three, or at least I hope I would never use all three together. That's the rig. We've got the 3 pedals up front. We've got the sauce. And this will all be going out direct to front of house. I hope this has been inspiring and helpful in your quest to build your own fly rig for your own fly dates or local shows or whatever you may be doing. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. If you want to like and subscribe, that'd be great. I appreciate that. Other than that, I hope your tone and gear journeys are glorious, and I will see you on the internet.